Another video service. Guess I got to video this all by myself again. Sure wish people could be coming. Oh, take a look. Oh my goodness. Look at all the people here. They must have snuck in while I was setting up the altar. How wonderful. Oh my goodness. Good morning. Nice to see you. Good morning, everyone. Wow, looks like we have a full house. Wonder how. Oh, everyone's in their seats. Oh my goodness. Look at how nice. Thank you for coming. Gee, this is wonderful. And everyone's here. And animals. Everyone's here. And animals. Look how many. Gee, this is wonderful. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. People are from all over. Must be several hundred people here. This is incredible. How did you all sneak in? Good morning. Thank you for being here. Look at all these wonderful smiles. Ah, okay, this is great. I had no idea. I had no idea. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Shotsuki service for the month of June. Nice to have so many of you here joining us for this service. It's always a special service to have our Shotsuki time and to remember and honor those people that we have lost in our families. I'd like to introduce you to our chairpersons for today. Serving as our chairpersons for today, you might recognize the Sloth family, Sadie and Sho and baby Tsuki. They're here once again for our Shotsuki service. Very nice to have them here again, and they really appreciate our Shotsuki services, and so they want to help and are always willing to help with this particular service. They are touched by it, and we all should be as well. You might also notice that helping them, assisting to chair this service, is Howard. So the Sloth family plus Howard are our chairpersons for today. Our Sloth family has their masks on, and again, reminding us to be cautious and careful for ourselves and for each other. So not only is Howard here, but Lenny is here as well, and prepared to provide us with the organ music. And you might think Lenny got a little bit larger in stature, but actually no. Howard is a Lilliputian. So both Howard and I are Lilliputian portion of the Sangha here. And Howard does not have his mask on because he is made out of cardboard. Okay? But the Sloth family, you also notice that they have their onenju on, and they are ready for service. To go over our service order, we'll have the reading of the Hyobyakumon adorations, and then we'll read our Shotsuki names for this month. Following this, I'll take my seat upon the altar to chant the Sambujo and the Amida Kyo, half the Amida Kyo as we are accustomed to. Nembutsu and Ekoku will complete the chanting portion of the service, and then I'll come back here for our Dharma message for today. So with that, we will begin with the Hyobyakumon. Gassho. Today, on this occasion of the Shotsuki service for the month of June, the members of our temple family have reverently come before Amida Buddha in memory of their beloved. With deepest reverence and thankfulness for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Amida, we reaffirm the three homages. Namo Kie Butsu, Namo Kie Ho, Namo Kie So. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Please repeat the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. We'll now have the reading of the Shotsuki names. Please come up and Oshoko during the reading of the names. Abe, Alice. Abe, Yutaka. Akiyama, Hisao. Akiyama, Kazuji. Baba, Moshiro. Eidman, Kazuko. Enomoto, Chie. Ferguson, Zachary. Fudena, Kiichi. Hara, Ronald. Hatakeda, Shigeo. Hayashiyama, Tokuhei. Hitomi, Mitsuko. Hitomi, Toichi. Ikeda, Minoru. Ishihara, Masao. Ishikawa, Hiroshi. Imura, Yone, Inoue, Yoshiharu, Iwahashi, Tatsujiro, Kamiya, Iwami, Kato, Chio, Kato, Yoshiko, Kawahara, Kyoko, Kimura, Shizuko, Koga, Infant, Kenichi, Kuge, Infant, Ikuo, Kusada, Midori, Maruyama, Infant, Kiyomi, Maeda, Infant, Goro, Minami, Fuji, Nakagawara, Mitsuyo, Nakamura, Oko, Nakata, Alice, Nakayama, Takeshi, Narahara, Tomiko, Natsuhara, Mosaburo, Nuyen, Tan Doi, Ninomiya, Infant, Hisae, Nose, Tozo, Obata, Hatsuye, Okada, Masa, Okamoto Infant Lin, Ozeki Hatsuyo, Saito Kaori, Sasaki Sae, Shimada Matsu, Shintani Kiyo, Shiota Kame, Shiota Reiko, Shiota Shigeo, Shiozaki Risuke, Shiroishi Soutaro, Sueyasu Matsutaro, Sueyasu Takiyo, Takahashi Teruye, Takano Yasutaro, Takao Akiko, Teraji Kikumatsu, Terao Shizu, Toyota Sakutaro, Umene Miwa, Ushijima Pearl, Yamamoto Infant Sarasachi, Yonenaka Infant Tomi, Yoshimura Toyomi T. These are the Shotsuki names for the month of June. If there are additions or corrections, please notify the office. Now we will have Sutra chanting, Sambujo and Amida Kyo. 250人区大勢大アラカン首相知識長老者利用マカ無権連マカカ所マカカ青年マカクチラヒヤタシュリアンダガナンダアナンダラゴラショボンナダイビンズルアラダカルダイマカコイナクラアヌルダニョゼト初代弟子行消防さマカサモンジュシリ王子やいたぼさ天高大ぼさ上昇人ぼさ陽尿税と初代ぼさ牛尺大官人と無料商店大祝一文語長老チャリ法重税裁法果樹万六分道世界の和極楽合同文語涙根源再説法シャリ大井動画公明意極楽語国衆上無宿単純省楽公明極楽シャリ法極楽国道七十南巡七十ラモ七十五十大税司法収総委員成功非国明万極楽シャリ法極楽国土都市法治薬毒水十文五中地帯順に根社無事支援街道根言ルリありご上場老各役位根言ルリあり社交釈州名の理言直視市中連芸大名者に小式小公式陽子釈式白子脈式白子微妙公見者理法国ら国道上重尿税空毒将軍ルシャリオ異部国道上査天学を今日昼夜六時二遊万ダラペ合国州小上位小単各位英国上州両家空用他法10万六分即位直時伝統本国本直教業チャリ用国ら国道上州尿税空毒将軍物資シャリ大井国上修十奇妙座敷市長白子空弱大武シャリ波領便が五名市長清少州長長夜六時水和芸音五音年長高根合力七宝大文発祥道文行税東方行動修上門税音に改新年分年法年祖シャリ法名門利子長実税財王将少々医者が異部国道無三幕州シャリ法合部国道上無三幕道市名画教婦人税商州長改税涙文力両方温泉流園芸少佐シャリオ異部国道未風水道情報50牛法ラモ水味妙音利尿百選修学同時空差門税本社開示年上年分年俸年相指針シャリオ公部国道上重尿税空毒将軍ナマ Namanda, namanda. Namanda, namanda, namanda. Good morning again, everyone. It's nice to have all of you joining our Shotsuki service this month. It's always a special service to come and to be able to acknowledge and remember those that we have lost in our families. And it's a very touching and meaningful part of our Jodo Shinshu tradition. I appreciate it very much, and I know that you do too. Today I have a story about Reverend Bunyu Fujimura, who served the Buddhist Churches of America. First came in 1935, and he was assigned to the Salinas Buddhist Temple, and he was just 25 years old when he came. So he was not able to go back to visit his family in Japan for 4 years. And so when he finally had the opportunity to go back to his family, he had a poem in mind that had come to mind, a poem written by Ishikawa, Takuboku. And this is what the poem says. What can you say to the mountains of your birthplace? How arigatai they are. This was his sense of coming home, going back home. The mountains and the rivers that he had known and grew up with were still there, and they were accepting him just as he was, just as they always had, welcoming him home again. So he had all this recollection of the places that he had grown up with, and perhaps flying back to Japan, or maybe it was a boat that he went on, right? Going back to Japan and seeing that scenery, the mountains, everything around his family. Very touching for him to see this. And when he returned home, his parents, neighbors, and many of the people, temple members, had all come to the station to welcome him home. And his parents were very touched, tearful to see him coming back home again. After he had left for America, his parents had asked a distant relative named Fumiko, maybe a second cousin or a distant cousin, to help at the family temple, and maybe also to fill the void that was left because Bunyu had left. So Tomiko stayed there with the family and helped with all the duties, responsibilities, and errands that needed to be done at the family temple. After he had come home, Fumiko and Sensei were talking, and she told him that while he was away, his mother would go out to the garden, face the eastern sky every night, and put her hands together in gassho. Even when it was cold and very windy, she would go out there. She stood there for a long time every evening. Coming back in, his mother had asked Fumiko, "America is that way, isn't it?" Pointing to the east. "I wonder what Bunyu is doing now." And it wasn't until this moment when Fumiko told the story to Bunyu that he sensed this great love of his mother. All the while he was in America, he didn't think much about his parents. He was working hard, excited to have a new life in America. And hearing the story from Fumiko, he could see that in his excitement of a new life in a new world, he had forgotten all about his mother and his father. Now he could see and sense the image of his mother standing in gassho, thinking about him every day, every moment. And it is in the same sense of coming home, that the Nembutsu calls us to return, to come from where we came from, to Amida, to the Pure Land, to the infinite. So just as our mothers, our parents, thinking about us, considering us, about us each moment, and without our knowing it, we get so busy with everything that we need to do and to take care of all of our own responsibilities and situations that we get involved in. And in the same sense, we forget about this calling voice, the Nembutsu, that calls us to reconnect to the realm that we came from, connect to Amida, to the infinite that surrounds us at each moment of our lives. So this is the Nembutsu teachings and practice, and when we recite the Nembutsu, it is the Namu Amida Butsu that is calling us and reminding us to reconnect to all that we are connected to. So please join me in Gasho as I read this poem one more time. What can you say to the mountains of your birthplace? How arigatai they are. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Thank you for letting me share this story. I'm always touched to hear the recollections, the memories of the earlier ministers that served the Buddhist churches of America, coming from Japan and taking on their assignments, visiting their family at home, and also all the struggles they had to endure during the war times here in America. So many touching stories that have been endured by the people who have come before us. And part of their story is the stories that we encounter and recollect as we come to our Shotsuki services. So thank you again for being a part of this service. I'd like to thank everyone who has been involved in preparations for our services, the many things that do need to be done and to be taken care of in order for these video services to be prepared and sent out to you, and we thank them all. At this time, we will prepare the incense offering. I'll light incense here and there, and please do so as you normally do at your homes, whether it is burning incense or rocks, flower petals, whatever you have set up to do. And we will come up in Oshoko. So please join me again. We'll conclude this service. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Namanda, 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 Namanda,